Having this sort of insight to run a business and understand a business that I have has come from watching my dad. And it really started 4.5, 5 years old, watching my dad go off to work. And at that time, he had just started an architectural practice. So my dad's quite an amazing architect. You know, they rose to greatness very, very quickly. The business grew very, very quickly because a lot of interest in what they were doing. There was a lot of development and building going on in their area, working on project homes, so lots of repeatable designs, and in the boom times of the mid-80s, early to mid-80s. What I sort of learned in terms of watching that was also then a bunch of stuff that happened in his business over the years, you know, staffing issues and cash flow issues, and I guess ultimately the business was the victim of the financial crash in the late 80s. When the building industry crashed and the financial markets crashed. I think about that every day because that had like flow-on implications for the mental health of our family, and things went on, you know, nothing really very serious in our family, but you know, it affected our family. We lost our family home, and you know, we had to lean on the community with, you know, friends and family helping us out. And you know, I'm very grateful to those people for that time, and that was when I was sort of in my late teens when that all happened. But what drives me every day is if you're not focusing on the ultimate success of your business and not laser focused on goals and objectives and just drifting along, it can actually affect you, and it can affect the viability of what's going on, because everybody else who is goals and laser focused on what they're doing will overtake you. So it is something to think about. What are your goals? What are your objectives? And that's something that, you know, I know it works. I do it. I saw other people do it, figured out that it worked, and I know it works, and so I do it. I set goals, I set objectives, I write them down. I think about time frames. I always achieve the goals that I set myself, so I'm getting better at forecasting and being realistic. What I don't often achieve is the timing. And I don't think the timing is really, really critical, unless it's obviously something that's absolutely fundamental. But certainly for the bigger goals and the bigger growth goals for the business and myself, it's definitely something that you know, that I do, and I recommend that you have a think about doing too. So what are your goals? What are your objectives, and when would you like to achieve them by?
Just finished upgrading all the network for you, so you can upload and download all your videos properly. And just discussing actually running some blue string down to your desk so you can upload without using the wireless and pissing everyone else off getting on.
Works for me. A lot of clients are asking how do I put my management system together. In terms of how you build out the system, you don't need to go and develop lots and lots of templates. So largely what we're trying to do is so an ISO management system frames up the business plan. The business plan to deal with the issues that are going to come up and obviously achieve the goals and objectives of the company. And all of the international standards say set goals, put processes in place, and then track your performance. So that largely the ISO standard, you know, 9001 for quality system, 14001, which is what I'm working on at the moment for environmental management system, they're all about the business plan. If you've got time and you can spend the time, you can save a lot of money. You don't need consultants. So consultants are great when you give them a specific scope, good value for money, but if you give a consultant a whole project, then you're not going to get good value for money. So you give them a very specific task, a very specific risk to look at, a very specific scope, and you get good value for money out of consultants. Hey guys, thanks for joining us here at Best Practice. Here's Jason. So make sure you check out our YouTube channel because we got some great stuff. We've been talking business, and we'll see you soon. I went and sat in the cafe trying to get some work done to get out of the office, and it's worse. So I came back to the office. Well, I might just have a nap.
This is my lunch, 2 apples.
You know what? For the first time in history, we are 1 hour early. We are actually streaming. We haven't pressed go. There's my hand, so we're live. And I can see, if you come around here, you can see my hand there on the screen. This is the sample broadcast. There's my hand. So we are ready to go. Stream status is good. All we need to do is press start streaming. And then we're good to go. If you've missed the webinar, if you want to go back and see what's there, go back to our training academy and you can jump online and you can register for those webinars, and then you can, and the link in the thank you email after you register, or you'll get sent a link to it, and you can watch it, which is absolutely fantastic. You know what the cool thing about all of our webinars is? You open the email on your mobile device, you click the link, and then you can watch it on your mobile device. So if you're on Wi-Fi or data or whatever, it's absolutely cool. So we're ready to go.
Cake time.
Cake time? Who has got time for cake? Like really? Are you serious?
Yeah.
What for?
Beck's birthday.
Oh.
And Lizzie's birthday.
It'll be gluten-free, fat-free, sugar-free birthday cake. Probably doesn't even have candles because they emit greenhouse gas emissions.
Now we've got strawberries.
You got strawberries. All right, I'll come and join you. I'll just quickly sort this out.
Yeah.
Is it too big?
No, you do 4.
Yeah. Chop it 100 mil.
Yep.
Wow.
There you go. Nice.
Hold on a second.
Oh, let's try then.
Oh yeah. No, mate, I love this.
Okay, this is big snap.
That's the banner. It's out. It's the most exciting week in the history of best practice. Not. We're excited. There it is. See that? Certified it's out. Watch your mailbox. If we've got your email address, jump on our website. Really exciting. So if you're a special customer of best practice, you're going to get a glossy printed magazine certified in the mail. This